So, I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, I'm taking a big risk here because the servers seem to be going insane. As in, like, there's a post up right now saying we are aware of issues where players are having trouble either logging in, logging out, accessing the auction house, or accessing crafting orders. On an alt, it would not log me out of the game. That's the kind of craziness that's going on right now with the servers. So it's possible I could be making a mistake trying to do this now, but I saw this and I was just surprised because I thought I had to wait till next week to do this, but apparently the next campaign quest is up.
Don't assume victory.
The widow Arachni sent word via one of those weave rats of hers. She has a lead that may be relevant to our cause, and has invited us to investigate. All the training in the world is useless without knowledge of our enemy. My own reconnaissance efforts in Aj-Kahet were met with mixed results, as you may recall. I admit I am not keen on venturing down there again so soon. Fortunately, reinforcements have arrived with a capable spymaster. Unfortunately, she is... well, you'll see.
Find the path to victory.
I hear you need some eyes in the dark.
Oh my gosh, it's Lillian Voss!
The Weaver has a lead that may be relevant to our cause. I would follow it myself, but...
You're busy. I get it. Just stay out of my way. Champion, meet me at the Weaver's lair.
You got it. I love Lillian. I'm so glad to see her. Having her down there with me in Aj-Kahet makes me feel better. Also, I need to get to Aj-Kahet because I found out something. Hi, Nipper. Step into my parlor. Yes, I get it. Arachni really does love to do the spider jokes and puns. Like, yes, I get it. Said the spider to the fly. I'm aware. Oh my goodness. Also, I wanted to show you guys that our survivors made it here. There's Katie, sitting next to the mailbox. Of course she is.
Great outfit.
And down here are Mira and Savor.
I can help.
Savor was a grumpy Gus for the whole ride here. I'll make him smile yet.
Hey, don't die out there.
I'm not sure how I made this new Volpera friend exactly. The same way you catch a disease, I guess.
Dark lady, watch over you.
Were you followed?
This is your backup? Interesting.
Wait. Oh. Yateki, the Severed Threads Quartermaster.
Look what the weave brought.
Who are you? Oh, come now. I've been around. Don't you recognize me? Wink. I've had some work done. It took a while to infiltrate the right circles, but eventually they were assured of my loyalty and let me ascend. A mistake on their part, of course. You're ascended? What does it feel like? It's different, but not how you might expect. New doors are open to me, but other familiar ones are closed. It'd be difficult to explain to a non-Nerubian.
Kahet is Korvan.
Interesting.
Welcome, little morsel.
Oh, before we continue, I should let you guys know, I took some time after the last part to do some off-camera stuff. I did some weekly things. I actually went up here to Hallowfall, and I participated in this spreading the light bit in order to also do some of the other world quests and get that weekly done. I did the same thing, I think it was... No, it was down here in Aj-Kahet. Yeah, I did a couple more world quests. I did those rumors, and that got you access to a special assignment, which was an extra world quest that got you like an even bigger kind of cash reward. So, Yeah. I'm also holding off on the delves because I found out that there is a currency that you can get in this game, in this expansion, called Restored Coffer Keys. I have been advised, do not use these coffer keys. Do not use them yet until the season actually starts, because they open an extra bountiful coffer at the end of the delve. But right now, there's nothing important to get from those extra things that it opens until the season actually starts. Once the season actually starts, then you can get a nice piece of gear. But right now, there's no reason to use them. So I am resisting going into delves and the bountiful delves until the season actually starts. You'll also notice that a lot of my crests, Valor Stones, are gone because I used them to upgrade a couple pieces, including my shoulders here, which are 606 now. I also crafted a piece of gear for myself to replace that 519 helm I had. I also have done a little bit of research. There is some info already up about what is the best builds and the best gear. I haven't set up my builds yet, but they are there. So, yeah, I will go ahead and prepare for those. And I'm already looking at what my best in-gear weapons are. One of my best in-gear weapons is actually a crafted weapon. I'm going to have to take a look and find out who can actually create it and hit them up. Because I'll have to be like, hey, look, you can make one of my best in-slot weapons. I need you to help me out here. The other one is this right here. As I suspected, this is actually my best in-slot weapon. Which, it also goes with this, though what's funny is when you look at my best in-slot trinkets for this season, it's considered an S- trinket. An S- tier. There are two other trinkets that are considered better than this one, but if I get this weapon, I'm probably going to use this trinket as well, since they're both supposed to be paired to, I guess, make them more effective. But yeah, I'm not surprised that this is my best in slot weapon at all. So this is going to drop from a raid boss. Hopefully that will head its way to me, or I will be able to actually get it or win the roll on it. And then I will be able to try and figure out what to do about my best in slot, my crafted warglaive, which I do have. I was able to get half of a fractured spark, or a fractured spark, half an actual spark is what I was trying to say, already, because I have done the heroics cinder brew. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but maybe I just had the easier version of it. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I was doing some off-camera stuff. Got a couple of other things as well. I got this trinket from a event. It's called Shadow Essence. There's no stats on it. It just says, entering combat summons a orb of dark power to assist you. And apparently, when it does, it buffs up like your main priority stat, like agility. From what I understand. I also got this trinket from the dungeon, which is supposed to, like, you hop on a bee and then it rides through your enemies doing 1,000,000 fire damage. Now, I also got this from the Renowned Quartermaster for Aj-Kahet. This is a customizable trinket, which I can get a couple of things to actually customize what stats are on it. And then it has this effect where if I go through the pheromones, increase my primary stat. I believe there are a couple of vendors inside the City of Threads that sell those. Also, I found out there's a vendor in there that can actually sell me a couple of books that can get me 10 knowledge points, which I desperately need right now. I also was taking a look into some... I was looking at a bit of research, and Concrete Chitin is actually going to be helpful for when I can unlock the extra slots for the optional regents for piece of gear. So I'm definitely going to have to also go ahead and I'm going to need so much like knowledge points. Oh gosh, I'm going to need so many. Oh man. But yeah, I'm going to need to be able to also buff these up. If I continue buffing this up, it's actually no, this one. No, not that one. Which one was it? No, not that one. Which one was it? Was it this one? No, not that one. One of these gives me an extra charge on my knife, on my sharpen the knife. As you can see, I have 2 charges of it. I'm trying to remember which one it was that actually gave me that buff. Was it this one? I don't think so. one of these, somewhere, one of these did give me some kind of a buff to my sharpen the knife, but whatever. Anyways, I'm obviously going to need to do that and work on that, so.
I've been expecting you.
As I was telling your surly little spy master, I expect this to be a mutually beneficial undertaking. We shall both walk out of it with the information we need.
May the weave favor you. Come back again, little morsel. Do keep in touch.
I have eyes in every crevice of the city, save for one that has eluded me. The Transformatory is the grounds of Ansarek's most precious minions and treasured pets. It is where the Ascension process was developed. I've only gotten my claws on it recently, thanks to dear Yateki. Much of it remains uncomfortably shrouded. A more legs-on approach, really, is in order. Place shadecasters to collect intel from my scouts. Then meet Yateki and your own spy master Voss in a discreet corner of the district.
The Transformatory was a blind spot for me, until Yateki breached it and achieved ascension. Mistress, you flatter me. Scout for troubling movement in the area, then rendezvous and prepare to infiltrate.
Alright. Gosh, I'm loving this zone, like, which is, I know you're probably thinking that's weird considering my fear of spiders, but I just look at this zone and I'm seeing just like, look at this, look at the, like, the aesthetics and the architecture, like the buildings hanging from the, like, the webs. Just a lot of this is just kind of like, wow. I'm telling you, I'm convinced, like, that they spent more time on this zone, working on this zone, than any other zone in this expansion right now. Because this zone is just amazing. I love the, like, all the architecture. I just love the design. I love the characters. I love, like, they just made this really did feel like a true, like, this is what we were supposed to get in Wrath. A full-on Nerubian city. With all these NPCs and such, and it's just awesome. I love it so much. There's a guard. Gotta be careful. There's one of the tailoring trainers. I have to find, like, okay, here's the problem. I can't ask one of these guards, hey, where is the skinning, or not the skinning, the leatherworking trainer? Alright, hold on. There's a bunch of trainers here. It's got to be around here somewhere. Where is my leatherworker trainer? Sentries. Loyalist thread blades. Okay, there's alchemy. Where is my leatherworker person here? I know they are here because I saw them on the Wowhead page that was talking about, hey, go to your supplier trainer and you can get this book to be able to get yourself some knowledge points. And I'm just like, where are they? Rook, silks and secrets. Uh-huh. And that's a web wrap. There's the book right there to increase your knowledge. Right there. Ooh. That's a pattern for... for a higher level up accessory? A higher gear accessory? Interesting. The way my mind works, because I know who is working on what profession in our guild, I'm seeing all the tailoring stuff. I'm like, I gotta let Dharma know about this. So that she can take advantage of any of the tailoring people that are here. The fact that they sell these books that gives you 10 plus 10 to your knowledge for your profession is a huge deal. Also, I have done nothing in regards to fishing so far. Nothing at all. There we go. Bam. I'm trying to avoid the guards while also trying to spot my specific trainers, and I'm not seeing them! It's driving me insane! Ah, pots, urns, and armaments.
What are you doing here?
Oh! Oh, so this is for another one for the blacksmithing. This is for mining. The charged slicer. Oh my goodness. A one-handed axe that shows that it's like $5.93 blacksmiths can make. I gotta let my buddy Yell know about this. 1,500 Kej and 150. Ooh. I don't know how good this is, but that's definitely something I'm sure that will get some people asking for them, so I'm hoping he knows about these or is aware of them. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, this is another tailoring bag that can be made by tailors that can help out crafters. This one is for miners. Overload and power deposit is reduced by an additional 1% when mining. I'll bet this is something that Yell would appreciate. You can visualize the detection radius of guards in the city. It's a toy. Why can't it be just a permanent buff when we're here? Because we've got this buff right here, the Ashka Het pheromones. But where's the... Why can't that be like a permanent buff?
We shall rise.
Ugh, man, I am legit getting frustrated about the... not seeing any of my actual, like, leather and Skinner people here. There's tailoring. No, I didn't want to right-click on that. I couldn't buy it anyways, because I don't have the acuity right now.
We protect you.
Unfortunately, it looks like acuity is pretty hard to come by. In Dragonflight, even by the end, I had a ton of that. Right now, I have very little. Now, maybe I was getting affected by the usual catch-up stuff they have at the end of an expansion. But at the same time, it's like, come on! It's like, why are you making us have to take so long to work on this?
Come, relish my vendor.
Haven't done any cooking. The sushi special! I'm sure a lot of people are going to want this. A platter of delicacies. And you get 469 of your high secondary stat. You can tell the numbers are going up. There they are! Right there! I see them! Right there! Skinning and leatherworking! Right here!
I see you see my wares.
Here I am. Goodbye.
Yes! Oh, it's this one. This is what I was talking about here. This is what gets me my extra charges of Sharpen the Knife right here. And I can do a better Refine Hides. Very nice. Okay. There we go. And now I can make rune-branded tunics. This is one of the reasons why I want to start putting points into that, so I can start getting the recipes to actually make some of these other pieces here. So now, once orders for these kind of things start coming in, I can actually be able to perhaps make them. But, unfortunately, I am going to have to put points into these right here in order to be able to actually, like, take, you know, fulfill the request for these right here. Now, of course, the optional regions, like, I don't necessarily need something to put those in there. At least I don't think I do. But I am going to have to, yeah, shape leather armor in order to be able to make it, at least for the chest pieces. If I want it for the other pieces, I am going to have to put points into the other categories as well, I think. So... it's something I'm definitely learning, but I'm glad I finally found this guy. I was like, where are you? Because he was definitely a priority for me right now.
once I found that out. Someone linked that in our Discord, and I was like, I gotta find that guy.
Do you see that? Nothing. Decidedly odd for the City of Threads. The freshly ascended are usually flitting about the Umbral Bazaar. Where have they gone?
Interesting.
Smuggling is common enough in the city, but from the maddening deep, unusual and concerning. I need to know where they're taking that bile, why, and for whom.
Oh? Hold on. Don't mind me, Ascended. Don't mind me at all. A rumor broker? An art agent of the Weaver. Hello. Hands you a rudimentary schematic and a softly glowing purple gem shard. One of the sea shadecasters must be due for some emergency maintenance. Aha. So these are rumors. You do this, and then you try and do... Oh gosh, this is a very dangerous portion, but... Yeah. There we go. So, what I got for that was Valor Stones and Kej and a bit of gold, it looks like. The right side of history. Heed my words, City of Threads. Remember the will of Queen Neferess. We need not consign ourselves to the shadow. We can weave our own tapestries, free of the Harbinger's poisonous touch. Who is that? That doesn't sound like the usual announcements. Who's this Harbinger? The Queen's never mentioned. Be quiet, you fools! What if the guards hear us? So this is the High Hollows. That's why everyone here is hostile, because we don't have the right pheromones. Oh, but don't worry. At some point, we will. Oh, sorry. General.
Gathering supplies? Marching out? I've heard nothing of this. Make no mistake. This is preparation for war, and none thought to inform me. This bodes ill indeed.
Indeed. Hello? Oh. I, Neferess, Queen of Ashkahet, must unspool my deepest thoughts. 3 times now, King Anubarak has demanded— Wait, what? King Anubarak has demanded our empire intervene in matters to the north. The last diplomat he sent was webbed and dragged to the darkest deeps reaches of my kingdom. Ashkahet is strong, its people stronger still. We could perhaps turn the tide of battle were I to give the order to intervene. Yet I cannot. I will not lose a single soul to that frozen tundra far from our webs. This army of the dead has passed over Ashkahet. We are far too remote, beneath their notice. Sending my people to war would bring a fate worse than death to us. I will not answer his demands. I know Anubarak asked for this war. he can finish it alone. So at first when I heard her mention Anubarak, I thought we were about to get a revelation that Anubarak had been here or was involved. But no, that was a timeline thing. He actually called out to them and to bring more Nerubian forces to Northrend to help out the Scourge. And they were like, no.
You made it. Color me impressed.
Don't get too comfortable. We've got a long mission ahead of us. My blades stay sharp.
I don't like the sound of those reports. Looks like whatever they're cooking is coming to a head, right in time for us to walk in. Don't worry, I'll let you know if we get in too deep.
Do not linger. There is much to be done.
So how do these aggression pheromones work? They are experimental. Any true-born Nerubian who catches a whiff of them will become incandescently angry and feel compelled to attack. You can see the utility in warfare, but also the potential for friendly fire. I'm not surprised that they never saw widespread use. Well, how did you get them? They fell off of a rickshaw, of course. Lucky for us,
May your threads hold strong.
As much as I adore skulking in the shadows, the juiciest intel is going to be inside the laboratory of the Grand Splicer. Of course, you'll need the proper pheromones once you're in, but we can take care of that with a little biological forgery. The Nerubian loyalists here are surely on the invite list. 6 of their secretions should be enough to disguise the 3 of us.
We protect you.
What is it you ask?
I've identified 3 sites of interest to investigate. A stockpile on the east side of the complex, a warehouse in the center, and lastly, that big storehouse with Royal Sureki flags outside it. We'll rendezvous there. There's less chance of discovery if we move separately through the area. You may be hidden from most Nerubians, but the Ascended will sniff you out. Chuck some of these anger pheromones at them if you get heat. It'll distract them. Stay sharp. Stay quiet.
Keep your guard up. If those Ascended guards get close, hit them with one of these vials. It'll provide a distraction.
They don't look tough. I'm sure you'll be fine. Enjoy slinking around. I'll be walking right in.
Uh-huh. Thanks. Now, hold on. What is this up here? Wait, how do I get inside this building? Oh, right here. I ran all the way around when I should have just ran to the left. Oh. A pet. Yeah. Double jump for the win. Plus extra rep with all 3. Spinner! He's more of a Nerubian than an actual, spider. Hello. I will admit, though, if I saw one of those things in real life, I'd be like, nope! And just run and turn. Be like, nope, I'm out! And they'd be chasing me like that. I'm like, ah! Get away! Ah! Like I said, massive fear of spiders. A Sky Racer. That's one of those things that we can get as a mount. Look familiar in terms of its model. I mean, it's obviously been changed a bit to be more Nerubian, but still. All you gotta do is look at this thing and be like, yep! I've seen one of these before. Now, Let's see. Also, I look at how many players are here. Oh, hello. Sharpen the knife. Yes! Carapace. Woohoo! Look, with how expensive those can get on the auction house, every one I can get from skinning is really, really good and helpful. Now, where does this portal go? Maybe it'll get unlocked later on. It's probably just not active, but it can become active. Aha! Have fun!
Ugh. Black blood. Don't touch that stuff. I'm not surprised we found some here, but I don't like that they're moving it around.
So, what I'm gathering here, because I've been wondering about this when it comes to black blood. Now, we've dealt with old god blood in the past because we had Serenite. And as we found out, Serenite was basically the blood of Yogg-Saron. In the Goblin starting zone, the Khajiit stuff, that was also basically old god blood. So I think what we are to, I guess, either suspect or interpret is that the black blood here is actually the blood of N'Zoth. That's my guess anyway. That's my theory. Because this is not quite the same as what we had when it came to Serenite and Yogg-Saron's blood. I highly doubt this would either be the blood of Y'Shaarj or Cthulhu. Cthulhu's blood is all the way in Ahn'Qiraj. And we had references to the Black Empire and such when from earlier on. So I guess the black blood is probably from us defeating N'Zoth and Ny'alotha, and therefore because of that, it is now like, oh, okay, they've just kind of like found a whole bunch of his blood and are using it. At least that's probably what Xal'atath found and was like, I'm now going to use this to make you all better and stronger. I will say this, going through the city with a bunch of players here, with all these guards around, is actually like, even if they see me, I've got a bunch of other players here to help me out, we'll be fine. There's another rumor right here. Hello? The Blood Pits, combat zone. Wait, what? Wait, is this a PvP zone?
Your presence has been noted.
Someone has offered a reward for the slaying of one Chitnis Goliath. Apparently they are trampling the local foliage. The reason does not much matter to me. Get rid of them and the reward is yours.
We shall rise.
Okay. I can't skin this guy? Aww. Well, that makes me sad. I probably just wasted an entire charge of Sharpen the Knife.
It's in my blood!
Fresh from the transformatory and still dripping with ichor. They're shipping these ascended to the front.
before they've got their wits about them.
Freshly ascended soldiers. Look at them. They look like they are in complete agony. Apparently these guys are so hard to find that players are swarming like, get him! Like the moment one of them shows up. Fortunately, it looks like they do respawn rather quickly. I'm sorry, the first ascended?
This changes the situation. I don't like the look of that huge thing.
It's an added bit of intrigue, that's for sure. Who's keeping it bound, and why?
I'm curious. It doesn't look like it's a raid boss.
Yes?
But maybe it is, and maybe it's going to be the Bloodbound horror. I don't know. Maybe we shall see.
I live my life in the shadows. We came down here to figure out what these Nerubians were up to. I don't think I like the answer.
There is much to be done.
Alright, back to looking for more loyalist secretions. Wherever they may be. Before players immediately kill them. Then again, I did so myself, so I'm a little guilty of that myself as well. Well, let's take a moment to be like, hey, look! It's the raid entrance. Welcome to Neruba Palace. There's the summoning stone. Oh! A rare. The Groundskeeper. Ooh, he drops mail and a couple of weapons.
Stand before me.
He's like, look, I'm just doing my job being the groundskeeper. Whoop! Wait, does... Okay, that's rather funny. If we get close, he burrows away. That's a cool little thing they added here, that if you get close, they're like, oh! And they go underground. Nope, never mind. No, he didn't do it that time. Oh, wow! That did a lot of damage. I was not expecting it to do that much damage. How much can I fly over here? Oh, nope! Caught! And tossed me out. Alright, so you can't exactly fly in there, because then they'll just be like, get out! Alright. Well, this is going to perhaps take a little while. I think. Oh, hey, it's Guts. How you doing, Guts? Just hanging around? Sorry. I know that was a low-hanging fruit joke. I couldn't resist. Okay, I think it's time to go to steady flight for this. And that's what other players are doing as well. It's like, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and go back to casually flying around this place. Huh. We got ourselves a Tauren Warlock over here. Hello. And he's using our old buddy from Legion. Didn't get any credit. This one, quick! Don't you just love it when they are not guaranteed drops? Isn't that great? When you're forced to farm these things much longer than you have to because they're not guaranteed drops. Which means more players have to fly around and look for these things. Which causes what you are seeing right now. Tons of players stuck in the same area, having to hunt down the exact same mobs, basically working against each other. You know. If only they... You know what would solve this? Believe it or not, would solve this kind of problem? Is if you could get into a raid group, and everyone in the raid group could be able to get what they needed from this, without the risk of actually missing out on what they want to get. That would solve the problem, right there. Now, I am just going to very slowly auto-attack this thing. In case someone else wants to come in and get credit for it. So they can have a chance at looting what they need from it. There we go. See? If you know tons of players are around looking for these things, you don't immediately kill it super fast. You just tag it, and then you just kind of hold off on your damage so that other people can show up and get credit. A lot of players just simply refuse to do stuff like that. And it would make things so much better for everyone if they did. Are you kidding me?
Attack that.
It died before my Warglaive could hit it. Ah! Tagged it, and then I stand back. There we go. And we've only gotten 3. We're only halfway done. Isn't this great? When these things are not guaranteed drops, isn't this wonderful? Isn't this fun, Blizzard? Hold on. What is this? This hole. Ugh, another giant spider. Oh, I got 3 high-tier Thunderous Hides from that. Yes!
It's too far.
That's one of those things that we can get as a mount. Doesn't it look great? I've said this before. Anytime there is a mount that looks really gross and disgusting and something that creeped me out, like that. You know about that mount that costs like 2 million gold, which is a giant spider, which you can get from that what is he called? The Mad Merchant? That's one of those mounts I'm more than happy to never have. However, now that we do have Arachnophobia mode, I'm going to just stand right here. Because other players will show up. Get credit, players! Yes, get credit! There we go. Aha! Here we go.
I'm out of range.
Now why are you attacking the siege hauler? I mean, okay, I'll attack it for the Gloom Chitin.
I need a target.
Oh, oh. Hello? Other players, this one right here. Any other players want to notice that there's one right here? Come on. Over here. Over here so other players will notice you. Over here. Come on. There we go. The other players notice. There we go. Oh, there's 2 of them right here. I wonder if that DK is like, why aren't you helping me? Because I'm waiting for other players to show up and they can get credit too. There we go. Alright, hold on. Now we swap back.
Don't panic, it's just me.
Finally, I was waiting for when we'd stumble upon the real intrigue.
May your threads hold strong.
What is it you ask? We've got a new objective. Figure out what Ansarek's plans are for this thing. We'll find our answers inside the laboratory of the Grand Splicer. I'd bet my blades on it. I scouted a maintenance hatch on the roof that you can grapple up to. Yateki brewed up some weird concoction that they claim will get us the proper clearance once inside. Yuck. Meet you in there.
Huh, another 558 ring, which I can replace my 554, and it's also one that can be leveled up.
Do not linger.
One spritz of this, and no one will question that you belong in the transformatory.
I'm rather amused that she's like, you can grapple up there. I'm like, really? I can fly. But whatever, sure. Whee! After all, this is subterfuge. We're sneaking in like Batman.
We're in. Now let's get what we came for and get out before we're caught.
This is it!
Dear Lillian, where's the fun in that?
This is the wall from the animation that we saw with Ansarek and Nephris. I wanted a better shot at this wall in-game, and I got my wish. Look at this! So we can see right here a whole bunch of the faceless ones representing, like, the Black Empire, along with some of the Nerubians as well, to what is clearly supposed to be like an old god right there. Yeah. And that's why Nephris was looking at this like, oh gosh, because there's always going to be that connection between the Nerubians and the old gods. It's just kind of an inescapable fact. But that's not what Nephris wanted for her people. She wanted something more, something better, something different. But of course, Ansarek was like, no!
This is a dangerously unstable formulation. Intriguing.
Wonder if that's what they've been feeding the monstrosity outside.
Obviously, if you saw my last video, you know that this is where we fought the Grand Splicer here, because this is, of course, the dungeon, and this is where we fought her.
Our experiments are not for overcrawler eyes.
Oh, get over it.
Our experiments are not for overcrawler eyes.
This experiment dates back to Nephris's reign? Ansarek's been stewing on this a long time.
Never who?
Our dear departed queen. I wonder if the Weaver knew about this.
Oh, it's the animation.
Slender is the strand that guides our destiny, known only by true sacrifice. In our kingdom of Ashkahet, no one understood this sacrifice more than Queen Nephris, my mother. I saw this when the Black Empire came to conscript us for their last stand at Nylofa. My mother refused them.
For this treachery, your line will sever itself. This kingdom will wither with the waning of your worth.
Her strength defined us that day. And in that moment, we felt destined for greatness. But in the years that followed, our greatness was tarnished. Look at them out there. Wretched, starving.
I am not immune to our people's suffering. I believe better days will come.
Not if you keep failing to seize the moment. What was the point of you freeing our future, only to leave us buried in the past?
You comprehend so little. There is much for you to learn before you can be queen.
Mother! Mother!
Ansarek? Are you seeing this? You have heard my voice in your dreams, great queen. The harbinger. Yes, of the empire that was. But the old gods are dead. The empire lies in ashes. And a shadow has fallen on your kingdom. But the blood of the old gods make your people powerful again. Your reign could last for eternity. All you have to do is take my hand.
Your words are tempting, but the cost is too great. I would never risk my kingdom for such power.
Mother, who are you talking to?
Ghosts, dearest. As always, they are my ready counsel.
I'm not sorry for what I said. I only want our people to be great once more.
Greatness is fleeting. What we must do now is endure. Your time will come, child, but only when you are ready. What have you done?
You're not the only one seeing ghosts, Mother.
How sad to have a queen so wise, and yet so ignorant to the call of destiny.
Her name is Zalatath. You had your chance, Mother. With this power, Ashkahet is unbound. We will rise. We will conquer. And together, we will finally claim our destiny.
Long live Queen Anzarak.
I'm amused.
Is Nephirus?
Yateki, we should assess our options.
We go to her now.
Wait. Are we saying that the monstrosity that we just saw earlier is what remains of Nephirus? Is that what we just learned? Is that what Yateki means by that thing is Nephirus? Oh my gosh, I thought it was just some like random creature that they were testing like ascendance on, but apparently not. Apparently that's Nephirus. Okay. Wow. I was gonna say I'm amused that they threw in the title there at the very end there. Also, I'm calling it right now. They didn't do this in Dragonflight. They had been doing this in recent expansions where the final boss of a raid on Mythic would have a secret Mythic-only phase that wouldn't get revealed unless, of course, the Dana miners get a hold of that stuff. But it wouldn't get revealed until the race to World First, which was always a cool little revelation, like, oh my, like when they've discovered or encountered like an actual secret phase that no one knew about, or that something was done in the patch notes or a hotfix that gave it away that there was a secret phase. I think the last time they did this was the Jailer, and they didn't do it in Dragonflight as far as I can recall. But what I would think would be cool is if during the fight with Anzarak at the end, that she ends up having some kind of phase involving Zalatath or just the Ascendant's power that she has access to because of her joining with Zalatath. Yeah, embrace the dark powers, paranoia takes hold. Which I would think... I cannot wait to see how this raid is going to unfold. Like, obviously I'll be progressing it with my guild, but I am obviously very curious to see how it's going to go in the Race to World First, to see how some of these fights are on Mythic. I'm very intrigued by some of these. So it's even now labeled Ascended Queen Nephirus. This is what they did to Nephirus. I thought they just killed her. No. Dark Embrace, Critical Strike. I think that's my trinket getting triggered apparently. Which I guess does different things. Either Critical Strike or Primary Stat. But it's even changed that is actually Nephirus. That is... Wow! She's alive, but... Is that even still her at this point? Is the real question. Because I have a feeling that's just not her anymore.
I live my life in the shadows.
That wasn't what I expected to find out. Family drama aside, whatever the old queen used to be, she'll be a big problem for us when she inevitably shows up on the battlefield.
Keep your guard up.
We meet again.
Hanserek, that worm, that witless, gutless little... If this is what's become of Nephirus, we must free her. She is still our queen. My mistress will know what to do. When the Weaver discovers what they've all done, there will not be a crevice deep enough to escape her wrath.
Kahet, Iskorva.
We should be careful. We don't know what that thing can do.
That thing is my queen. I will not leave her chained. Bring me whatever bile they have lying around. I'll melt her chains myself if I have to.
I'm with Lillian on this one, because there's no indication that this is still actually Nephirus. For all we know, this is just some monstrosity now. And whatever Nephirus was, whoever Nephirus was, is just gone. But, who knows? Maybe there is still a chance that Nephirus is somehow still in there.
What are you doing? You're going to get us all killed.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, this is interesting. This is optional. Convince Yateki that this is a bad idea.
Don't panic, it's just me.
I could either free the leg or I could try to convince her, like, look, this does not seem like a good idea.
We protect you. Who's going to stop me? You? Ha!
So even if I try to convince her, she's just like, no, I'm doing this.
Look,
please, just think about this.
May your threads hold strong. We meet again. Not now! Don't panic, it's just me.
I won't sit by while you let that thing loose.
Protect you. Stay back!
Your ascension is complete.
Out now! She sees Yateki's mind without even blinking. If she can do that to one Ascended... Ah!
This is bad. This is very bad.
Oh. Still in one piece? Good. This is far from over.
Well, that's a good thing, because I want to make sure that the sound is not bugged again. Let me try doing a reload and see if that fixes it. No. Okay, I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to log out and log back in and see if that fixes it. Hopefully it's not having this issue anymore that I was dealing with before. This is a big risk, but I'm going to take it. Because I'm not going to have the sound bugged out here. Because of some kind of bug that's going on right now. No? Okay, I'm going to just full on... I'm going to just cut it here, and I'll be right back. Because this is already an hour long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, exit the game, restart the game from scratch, and see if that fixes it. Because otherwise, I should be hearing her talk.